Because I have dreads, that don't mean I am rasta. You see, when majority of these people who present themselves as rasta, they present themselves as someone that worship and are governed by highly Selassie. You see, governing by Haile Selassie and being considered or consider yourself as a Rasta is to be a slave under another God. And this is what I am saying to you. It is no different than Christianity when you consider yourself as a Rasta. Now, I have locks. That is original. This is why I'm saying to you, this is original. This is not something that Haile Selassie influence. This is something that automatically happen once a man walk upon this earth, breathing and coming to the fullness of their spirituality. When they come to know themselves, they will know that the original man never cut their hair, never combed their hair. But over time, as they continue, because this is an extension of them, this is the connection of them. We need to recognize that we don't need no religion. We need a sense of knowing oneself. A man having dreads or locks does not mean that they are Rasta. Rasta is a man that truly worship Selassie. But Selassie is not what I'm here about and representing. I'm just telling you what it is. You need to comprehend that as an individual, you must come to know the Creator for yourself. Remember, you are not a slave to no one, and you should not accept to be a slave to no one. The moment you accept religion, you accept you will be a slave. Hi from Russia. Hi from Russia. I appreciate you for coming in. I appreciate you. You say, pray for me, sir. You already know my mind is not on the center. Yeah, your mind is, I don't know where your mind exactly at because what you said, but I said to you this much. Hi from Australia. Hi from Australia. I said I said this much to you so you may comprehend that you need to know you. And remember, as a reminder to you, that the first thing that you recognized this day, it was blackness. Remember when you wake up this day, even before you open up your eyes, the first thing you perceive, the first thing you recognize, hi, hi. The first thing you perceive, the first thing you recognize is blackness. And it's all about being free. Being free, it's for you as a person to recognize that you as an individual are truly free within here. Now, as you as a person walk and continue to be free, you have to realize that to do that and continue in that, you have to be a creator. You see, a creator have no rules, no regulations. A true creator, not one that is patterning themselves after someone else's ideas, but a man that is a true creator. That man have no rules. That man, whether female or male, have no regulation. That person truly just do it. So I'm saying they do what they do and do it with the intent to assist every man around them. They does not do things to harm people. Their intent is not to harm no man. You see, a true creator create solutions to issues that does not create problems for other people. They have no intent of doing harm to the next man. This is why I said to you as an individual, you should not walk in religion. Religion, if you check out religion and check out the gods that are presented in religions, they are jealous God. They are gods that are unstable. Okay? You see, if you make and accept these as your gods, unstable, jealous, walking in hatred, because love is hate, because they are of the same coin. You see, what you need to do is simple. You need to learn to walk in oneness. You see, because I'm one with you, I will not do nothing to harm you. Because why would I do something to harm myself? You see? Because I'm walking in wholeness, I would not do nothing to harm myself. I have to know I am connected with anything that I have perceived. I am connected with it. I am one with it. You are truly a creator. And that's the only way you can truly be free. You being the creator that you are, you find solutions to issues that are at hand. You see, many of us to date, as we walk in this earth, creating the world, which is the mindset that we would walk in. Many of us are influenced by the parents and the guardians that we as a people was put under. And many of them today, like I said, 99%, they don't know themselves because there was influence and indoctrinated into the duality mindset. You see, the duality mindset is a mindset that is unstable. You as a person have accepted unstableness as normal. So if you does not see have some kind of chaos going on within your life, you feel within yourself that guess what happened? Things are not going right. Listen, flowing with a thing that don't mean chaos. You don't need no chaos to flow. One thing I could say to you is this. Growth, growth, whenever you grow in life, it brings new issues. That is not a problem. See it? Automatically you grow. You grow, you you are born through your mother's womb. Your mother presents you into this earth. That you as an individual may come to realize that you, the real you, is eternal. Okay? And being eternal, you would accept that you are a creator as you ought to. And when you accept that you are a creator, every issue that occurs, every issue that you occur, that occurs as you walk in this life, you will able to create a solution to this issue. And this solution to this issue should be able to solve someone else's issues. You see, this is why creators create. Creators does not create nothing to do harm to the next man. True creators create solutions to issues that are at hand. Remember that. True creators does not walk around with no intent to harm the next man. You doesn't do it. You have no time for that. Let's be what we ought to be. And that is truly to be the creator that we are to. Why? Why do you as a person want to harm a next man? Why? That's my question to you. Why do you want to do that? It is not a good thing. We must be what we ought to be. And that is truly to be free. And to be free, it is to be the creator that you are. Remember, the creator itself never created laws, rules, regulation. The creator just created. Now, man, it is that which create laws, rules, and regulation. Man is who do this. The creator itself never created one law, never created one regulation. It is man's idea that create laws and rules and regulation. So when they come and present to you and said Moses present laws of God. Now, the creator didn't create no law and did not create no law. You ought to be free. The moment you as a person accept laws, you have accept that which governs over you. You become a slave, and they become the masters over you. You need to be free. You need to know that you are a creator, creators of solution to issues. Let's go forward and be what we are to be. Truly create. A lot of us don't want things to change. This is why the elites want it to stay the same the way it is. They want it to stay the way it is today. They don't want you as a person to know that you are a creator. Because when you know that you are a creator of solution, using the earth as the materials, that your creation may create solutions. You know, like I said, like the stream, share the life, and let's go forward. And just remember, as a reminder, I am not Rasta because I does not worship no religion. Okay? I am an original man. The original people that walked this earth never had a comb, never had scissors. They evolved into that. They evolve into comb, they evolve into scissors, they evolve into all of that. They never had them. So automatically, being who they are, they grew their hair. Rasta did not create this. The original people walked in it. because of who they were. Okay? Not Rasta. Rasta, which represent Rastafari, which is Haile Selassie, he never grew these because he represented Christianity. He represented religion. He represented being that figurative as Jesus. It is not a good thing. You don't want to be in no religion. Religion makes you a slave, and this is what religion does. And it will continue to make you a slave mentally. And if you are mentally enslaved, you're enslaved, regardless of how you think and what you think. My creator, Jehovah, did not create laws. First thing I want to address to you that Jehovah is not the creator. Jehovah, the J was created in 1459. So for you to say Jehovah, Jehovah was not, the name itself did not exist. The creator itself, it is eternal. The creator itself is eternal. There is no measure within the creator itself. And the creator itself have its own name. It represents itself. And I know, not guess, I know that the image of the creator is blackness. So if I see you as blackness, why would I call it Jehovah? I will call it blackness. Blackness presents itself. Everything is, everything are in blackness. So why are we changing and saying Jehovah? Jehovah is not the name of the creator. Let's make it clear. The creator itself, the name of the creator is blackness. Because that's what it is. It is blackness. You can't change that. Present to me your Jehovah. Your Jehovah never existed, but in the mind of men. You see it? You see, when you say Jehovah, it is taken away from the creator itself, which is blackness, which image is blackness. You see it? Which image is blackness? You must comprehend existent. Existent itself. It's like this. Let me show you something, Joe. Existent. Existent itself. Now, as existent itself is, which image is blackness. Okay? Within this blackness, it is the earth, and within this earth, it is the waters. Where is your Jehovah? Jehovah is in the blackness. That's what you're saying? Okay? What you're saying, because blackness is itself was and still is the true existence of all, and all still dwells within the blackness. Eh? That's my question to you. So, where is your Jehovah? Where was your Jehovah when blackness exists within itself? When blackness actually presents itself and the earth manifests itself within the blackness, where was your Jehovah? Eh? Where was your Jehovah? That's my question to you. If your Jehovah, it is the Creator? Where was your Jehovah when blackness exists by itself? When nothing else exists but blackness? Where was your Jehovah? That's what I want to know. Can you present to me? You said Jehovah gave us our moment and being. What this is the question. Can you answer the question for me, please? This is the question. When blackness existed, okay, when blackness existed by itself, and within the blackness, the Creator, the earth itself, manifested. Where was your Creator? Where was your Creator? And where was your Creator? You see, let me share something with you. The blackness itself stands alone. Within the blackness, the earth presents itself. Blackness itself is the vibration, is the spirit, it is consciousness. Where is your Jehovah? Let me say something to you. Jehovah was created after so many years by man's ideas. Call it for what it is. If you see blackness, wouldn't you call it blackness? I saw blackness. You see, your Bible teach you that the image of the Creator is blackness. Because every time your so-called God would speak, it will speak out of blackness. Imagine, not imagine, know this. Every time your so-called God spoke, it spoke out of blackness. You always see with your own eye and perceive. Then how can you as a person, come here and say that your God, which is Jehovah, would speak out of blackness? Remember this. Let me remind you that the Creator never speak in English, never speak in French, never speak in Dutch, never speak in Aramaic, never speak in Hebrew, never speak in none of these languages. The Creator all time present itself in a vision. This is why it speaks. This is where the saying comes from. A, a picture worth 1,000 words. Because the Creator itself always presents itself in a vision. And it never speak in none of these languages. So, because the Creator doesn't speak only to one people, but He speaks to all people. And that is blackness. It always was and is. Your Jehovah never existed. And still don't exist. It's just only in the imagination of your mind. Blackness is what awakes you this day. Let me give you a test so you comprehend. The first thing you perceived to date when you was awoken, it was blackness. So if it's the first thing that you perceived isn't so, that is the first thing you perceive is even so, that is what awokes you. You perceive blackness. The first thing when you recognize that you have consciousness. When you recognize you have consciousness, blackness is the first thing you recognize. Isn't that weird? But you're gonna deny and say, no, it is not blackness that wake me up. It is blackness that wake you up. I didn't know who Jehovah is. Jehovah is just a word that was created in 1529. by a Frenchman. We need to wake up and stop this continuous indoctrination and being brainwashed by these people. This Jehovah concept came because of these people. Jehovah don't exist. Now, the creator, which images blackness, do exist because it within itself is existent. You cannot change existence itself. You see? You can't change that. Existent itself, it is existent. And we need to truly recognize that what it is. Okay? Which I know life is not the flesh. That's correct. But life is presented when the eternal being, which is the creator itself, manifests itself in flesh. That's when life is presented. Life is an expression of knowing that you're walking in eternity. That's what life is. You say life is not the flesh, but life is presented when you come through a woman and you come to the realization that you have life. Life is not truly life until you experience it. Life is an experience knowing that you are eternal. You see, many people walk in death because they're mentally unstable. All time up and down, in and up. They all time in confusion and chaos within themselves. And even so, they create chaos and confusion for someone else. This is why they do what they do. Okay? Any person that you see and knows that create chaos for someone else because chaos already in them. No man gonna create chaos for me and that chaos is not in them. When you see wars doesn't come from outside, but it comes from within. And that war is actually within that individual, that person within themselves, and they start it. Okay? So when you see chaos don't appear just as chaos. No. It comes from within. You know? And this is what we need to realize. We need to realize that. So your Jehovah, your so-called God, is really taken away from the blackness that truly exists. And this is what I am saying to you. Because if blackness itself exists, even to your Bible confirms, even though they try to hide truth and try to make it look about Jehovah, they still tell you that on the day when the Creator manifests itself, it will be dark blackness. Not only darkness, it says pitch blackness. So if this is truth, this is what your Bible teach. But because they have indoctrinated you to believe that some Jesus somewhere or some Jehovah somewhere will come and do whatever, you're missing the point. And he always present to you, he always show you that, guess what? It's about vision. It's about a vision. The vision of the Creator, and what image is blackness. If you don't know that the vision is about blackness manifesting itself within you, guess what? You will go around thinking that some God coming from somewhere. It's about a vision. That is the ultimate. The ultimate in this life is when you as an individual have an encounter with the Creator through vision or dreams. That's the ultimate in this life. The ultimate in this life, number one, is this. to come with the encounter with the Creator. And that is to truly have an encounter with yourself, your true self. Your true self. And this is what I am saying to you. Let's walk in oneness. Let's walk in wholeness. And do not let no man influence you and make you accept and talk about rasta. Rasta is not no way to talk about your living in those kind of religion. A man having dreads doesn't mean rasta. Dreads or locks represent the original people. This is what dreads or locks really represent. It should be the original people. But many take it as a fashion, many take it as a style. I take it as the original way of life, the original way of what it ought to be. That every man should, if they are walking in the way that they ought to be, okay, which is going onto the original way of living, and that is to present themselves as the purest of all. You see, when you present yourself as the purest of all, your dreads, your hair will grow because you will go back to the original way. There was no comb, there was no, but they evolve into that. You see it? And when they cut their hair, it is when they were always in mourning. This is why they cut their hair. This is why so much people today, they are unstable people, because they are representing mourning and continuous mourning and grieving, because that's what it really represents. Cutting your hair really represents grieving and mourning and always in constant grief. That's what cutting your hair represents. So let no man deceive you, let no man take it away from you of who and what you are. But know that a man that have these is a true representation of the original man. A man that have these should be a true representation of the original man. That's the man that walked upon this earth and walked in the blackness. Jehovah is not fleshly. He is unlimited. Jehovah is limited. If Jehovah is unlimited, why create laws? Why create rules? It don't make no sense. If I am unlimited, I would not create no rules. I would not create no regulation. I would not be jealous. I would not be. I would not. So check yourself again and see exactly why you are speaking in the manner you does. Because if you truly comprehend, you would know that laws are only created because you are limited. Okay? You say he is the laws are for unruly men. Okay. The laws are for unruly men. He is the laws. Listen. If the creator is if Jehovah is the laws, that's what you're saying. Okay? The Lord, you said the Lord is unlimited. Your Lord is not unlimited. Your Lord cannot be unlimited and have laws. Okay? Let's make it make sense. It's simple. Let's make it make sense. How can you as a person be unlimited and have laws? It's impossible. Okay? You cannot be unlimited and have laws. Let's make it make sense. Just listen to yourself and reason with yourself. How can I as an individual be unlimited and have laws. How, when, where. I cannot be. Even so, the Creator. Okay? So the laws are for unruly men. I'm going to say it again to you. There was nothing unruly. Okay? Okay? There was nothing. Okay, let me go here with you. When the Creator created the earth and created man upon this earth, okay, there was nothing unruly about men. Okay? Man, there was nothing unruly about men. You must remember this. And you must be reminded that men walk in the blackness for many, 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 if we can measure by time, because they never look at it as we look at it today. They look at it as eternity, because that's what they was walking in. They was not walking in time, they were walking in eternity. So when you're talking about you as an individual dealing with men and talk about the laws of men, let me make clear to you, no man can be truly free and are bound by laws and rules and regulation. Even so, a God. Listen this, yeah. You're saying that if a person, but if you are peace loving, Jesus said, for such there is no law. Listen, the moment you as a person present with the word love, you become unstable. Okay? The word love makes every man that accepts it as such unstable. Okay? Because love, it creates the balance. It is put you in an unstable place, an unstable position. Because love does not stay love. Love expands into hate. This is what it does. The more you learn about something, the more information you are presented to you, the more you end up hating this thing. Okay? Okay? Love is not love as you think. Love is a way of making you unstable. This is why they said the beginning of wisdom is love. Now, if you're one with something, you are stable. You are whole with it. So coming from? You are one with it. But when you present love, it's unstableness. And this is what I am saying to you as an individual. Okay? This is what I'm saying to you. Nature has its own law. Make up nature as its own law. Nature, when you present nature, because a lot of us like to talk about nature. When we present nature, nature itself, nature itself is everything combines. Okay, so nature is just a word you're speaking just to say you're speaking. Nature itself is just everything combines. The creator itself, image is blackness. This is what it is. So when you present nature, nature is not nothing specifically one thing by itself, but it's all combined within the earth itself. You know, combination of everything together. You know, So that don't mean I'm saying that's what I'm saying to you. You talk about nature, you know. Nature is all combined together. It's not just the one is one thing. No, it's all combined. All that was created and made by that which the creator and what man have created. It is what we call nature. Okay? Because you must comprehend that it is the creator and then the earth combined with man, which is the woman. These three are the true Trinity: blackness, the earth, and the woman. All of them creates within themselves. Blackness creates within itself the earth and everything that within the earth. Man, the earth create within itself. Woman create within herself. Okay, these are the true Trinity, and this is what I am saying to you. But let me get out of here. I gotta go deal with some things myself. So let's walk in oneness. Make sure you share. Make sure you like the live. Walk in oneness. Walk in wholeness. And remember this: that I am not Rasta. You are not Rasta. If you have dreads, you truly represent the original people. And the original people are those people that did not have a comb, did not have a brush, but over time they evolved into what we are today. And they take away from themselves by actually cutting them their hair because and have them still to date in a constant grieving because they only cut their hair because of grief. When I speak to the plants, it's not communication just like English. I am speaking to me, to you. Speaking to you, it's all good. It's all good. You're speaking from the standpoint that all blacks are willing to be something good and great. No, I'm speaking from the standpoint of this. Blackness is existent itself. I don't speak in a manner of race, tone, people, but I present to you truth. And truth is manifestation. And blackness existed before a physical manifestation of man ever exists. So when I present to you about blackness, if you take it as an inspiration of black people, that's on you. But I said to you, I'm not here talking about black people to say skin color as the outside appearance. But I'm here speaking to you about blackness as existent itself. Blackness as existent itself. It is the manner that all should know. That is the truth. Existence itself is not something that you're trying to be. It is what it is. You can't change that. Okay? It's still to date what it is. So we just need to realize that's what it is and this is what it is. And let's be what we are to be. And this is what I am saying to you as a people, as a person. Okay? Let us be what we are to be. So I'm saying? So, oneness, wholeness, walk in it.